Hey, Intentional Queen Tribe. It is Janine, host of Intentional Queen Podcast and a certified life coach on self love and growth mindset. So, if you are here, you are now in the Intentional Queen Journey Patreon community, and I'm so grateful. So, I said I wanted to start doing some life coaching events and doing some things. So, if you didn't check out the last one was about becoming comfortable with being comfortable, and that was good. So, you can check this one out. So, today I think we're going to talk about seek wholeness for yourself. Okay. And so this has come up a few times in my coaching and also in some of my personal life. And I'm going to give you some tips and you'll see me looking over because I have my notes. So y'all know like I like to be organized out here. So what I want to talk about is becoming whole and seeking restoration for yourself. And that's a form of self-love. So on this channel, you know, I'm all about self-love, self-healing, and growth mindset. And so for that, I want to ask you a question. How is your heart space? Is your heart space clean? Is it open? Are you harboring anything? Resentfulness, bitterness, not having grace for yourself? Are you in a tough place because it's November? It's also cuffing season, okay? And so if you single out there in the streets, it's a little bit of a hard time when it's that fall winter month because all the holidays are coming and it can make, if you've been through some things, it can be a ugly space to kind of be in. And I want to nurture you right now in that moment. That's the space I'm giving you right now. So stick with me and hopefully to be something that you enjoy, okay? You got your notebook ready? All right, because you know when you with me and coaching, you need your notebook because I hold you accountable just like you hold me accountable to show up for you, okay? And so remember with me, homework is optional. So these are things I'm asking of you, but it's not things that you have to do, okay? But if you're here, that means because you are seeking help and you want to do better. Because remember, I'm always talking about level up your IQ to a better you. So that's what it's really all about. So the main goal about seeking restoration is becoming complete within yourself and tapping into those places that you feel are I'm choosing my words where it feels inadequate or you feel like you're not enough. And when I think of that, I want you to sit with this. You are 100, meaning your self-worth, your value is always 100, whether you're winning or learning. And what I mean by that is sometimes in situations, even with people, friends, family, they may make you feel okay, that you are inadequate. And then you take that on and you soak it in and you say to yourself, I'm not enough, or I can't this, or why not that. And I want to encourage you today to say, I am complete, whether I'm winning or I'm learning, because I'm not losing. There's something I can learn from this. And when I learn from this, I can take this as a growth plate to go further. I can do some more work on myself. I can check where I am not doing well in my heart space. So, how do you check that? You figure out what's your triggers. What things are you still harboring from your past of self hurt, of self doubt, of anger? It's just so much. But how can you fix those things? I would offer journaling them. That's why I say have your notebook. I would offer you therapy. I would offer you coaching because a nice thing about a coach has already been where you've been and they can help you get to where you're trying to go faster because you can learn from them because they are more like your companion, your accountability partner to help you see your blind spots and help you deal with those blind spots because a lot of times when I'm even coaching, I say this little cliche even when I was in my own therapy journey and it's like having a closet and we have a tendency to have boxes and this is all the things that you've harbored and you tuck them up in the closet and then the closet you open it up all this stuff falls down on you like man I got a lot to unpack and so really what seeking wholeness is unpacking and then when you unpack you make a decision, do I keep it or do I let it go? And so that is what it's really about. And sometimes you have to deal with the little things before you get to the big things. And this is a little something too that I've been saying to people. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So I feel sometimes you need grace in this space because you need to give yourself that ability to say, I'm doing this one step, one piece at a time. So a learned behavior takes about 3 weeks to really kick in. So that means 21 days or more before learned behavior. So even when it feels uncomfortable, you still keep going because over time it will become a routine for you. Okay. So that's a word of advice I'm going to give you there. Valuing your time. So all those things that you're holding on to and resentful and bitterness, especially if it's about a person, because they're going on with their lives and you're the one sitting here holding this bag and you're like having you're drinking your own poison hoping they die, and not really die, but mean you want them to feel what you feel, but really in reality they can. And so you have to find a way for you to get healed and just work on you and just get lighter for yourself. Like that's huge, like becoming lighter and just really releasing what no longer serves you. And it starts from your brain and your thoughts. Remember that your thoughts lead to feelings that lead to actions that lead to results. So, what are you thinking? So we can get a hold of it. So therefore we can see how you're feeling about it. So then we can talk about what actions we can take, and then we can have some better results. And remember, the brain is like a trained muscle. That's why I say 21 days. Keep doing it, keep working at that thing. Okay. People ask me some other things. So reading books. If you know what you're struggling in, go seek books in that. Okay. So I have a whole book list I'll make sure to put into the comment section so you can look at it. And so I had let's see, Wholeness by Teray Roberts. That's also one about resentfulness, and wholeness, talking about becoming whole and letting go of resentfulness and being regretful and turning more to remorseful. And being more remorseful means I accept what has happened and I'm moving forward. Remember, grieving, there's stages of it. Kubler-Ann Ross, and she had like stages to the thing, but the last thing is acceptance. And what acceptance means is I've accepted where it is what it is, and I'm going to move further. So either I'm going to release it, I'm going to hold on to it, I'm going to pivot in it, I'm going to do something about it, because when you get in that space, it's so freeing, and that's where it's peaceful in your mind. That's why I really love that book by James Allen, talking about as a man think of. And even if you're spiritual like me, I'm into the Bible, and it says, as a man think of in his heart, so he is. And so you got to keep thinking, where are you? Where's your heart space? Where are you at? So we can do better with that. Okay. Um, Doing this mental work, it's a game changer. Like I said, how you see yourself and how it does when you're showing up in the world. Because when you show up lighter and you show up being more consistent, when you show up being more present, it just changes the dynamics of the relationships that you have with your family, with your coworkers, with your lovers, etc. We talked about the journaling, but I want you to start journaling things you're grateful for. Remember, it's November. So, with November, we always think about Thanksgiving and we think about gratefulness and all that. But having a place of gratitude is so key. I challenge you. I remember going through my storm, and I remember every night I would journal three things I was grateful for. It could be simple. You know what I mean? Whatever it is, I was just grateful to go hang out with a friend. I was just grateful to spend some quality time with my son. I was, grateful to get these nails done or whatever, it could be, but something that keeps you positive. Now, this was another one that was on one of my podcasts. I had Terry Huggins Hart come through, and she offered this one, but I'm going to bring it up here. Write a love letter to your future self. And I thought that's really good. So you can write little notes to yourself and tuck them around your house. So that way, when you're fumbling, you might not even know, and you just catch a note and you're writing things. Speaking affirmations over yourself. When you coach with me, we come up with a couple of affirmations. I tell you, put sticky notes, pop them up and read them. How many days? How many days? 21 days. And you just do it, because what you're doing is retraining your mind to keep doing it. Okay. Like, I am beautiful. I am a queen. I deserve happiness. I want to be whole. Like, those are things you speak over yourself. Okay. Whew, I think we talked about that. I love this one too. Be better, not bitter. Be better, not bitter. Because when you stop being bitter, you become better. Okay. And you don't hold resentfulness. So, really, that is what I want to talk about. I also did an episode in the podcast called Meekness in the Storm. So, that's a way to hear, when I was in the mud. And you can hear some of those things, but some of the tips I said here, that's a really good thing. So that's on the podcast. Meekness in a Storm was the name of that episode. I think it was my second episode I put out. And I'm planning a vision board party. Okay. So I'm thinking about doing it in December. You know, I'm always talking about giraffe vision. You're a giraffe in these streets. You see, I got my giraffes behind me. I probably can't see them, but they're back there. And I totally believe that with giraffes, you have vision, you have foresight, you're going far. We are in the last quarter. It's getting ready to be December, and then it's going to be January. And I feel like we need to start thinking about our intentional goals for 2023. What are you wanting to do? And since you guys are a Patreon member, if you go through, you'll see that I made you a cheat sheet, and it has the goals that you can set. So I have at the top the word of the year. I talk about relationships. I talk about what goals do you want in your business, what goals do you want in your personal life. I mean, I break it all down. So if you fill that sheet out, then you're going to be one step ahead for the vision board, right? Because when you do these, then you'll go ahead and you'll end up transferring it to a vision board, whether you like to do it virtually, like through Canva. I think that's a really one, canva.com, which is free, and you can just create your own there. Then you can make it a screenshot or a screensaver on your computer or on your phone or on your iPad or whatever, so you can review that, because you got to review. You got to review. And also, I wanted to talk about with the vision board party, it would be virtual. You would just come, have your favorite drink, think about how you want to, think about your goals. And like I said, I'm thinking about planning that in December. You'll click in. So if you are already on here, you'll get the link. And if you're already on my email newsletter, you'll get the link there too. So that is what I have coming up. But I want you to get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready. And just let me know if you were liking me dropping and doing these coaching sessions. But I'm so grateful for you, and you join the community, and best believe on my vision board for 2023, I got some big things coming for y'all. Okay, so I'll see you. Hey, boo. Hey. It is Coach Jineen. I'm a mindset coach and a self love expert, helping ambitious moms alleviate overwhelm and self neglect so they can experience more inner peace, more wholeness, and confidence. Okay. And I also want you to incorporate some more self love along the way. So, hey, boo. Hey, I'm jumping back on. You haven't seen me in a while. I'm like so ecstatic. I just did an IG live for my Instagram folks. So, if you're not on Instagram, make sure you follow me over there at Intentional Queen Journey. And if you're watching me on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Why? Because it makes the reach go further. And I'm always about empowering other moms and other women to keep shining and doing their thing. So let's jump into what this all is about. Back in June 2023, we did the Bloom Masterclass, right? And I was showing you how to show up with more mindfulness, how to boost your confidence, and how to have a more fulfilled life as an ambitious mom. That Bloom Masterclass was the bomb that the women asked me to do it again. So this time I'm doing 2.0. What is the 2.0? We're going to be doing that September 22nd. If you look down below on the ticker, it tells you is the 2.0. We're doing it September 22nd at 7 p.m. It's a virtual event. You do need to register. When you register, you'll be able to click in the link and then just join. And definitely remember, I'm all about making sure we have interaction. So therefore, if you are not ready to take yourself to the next level, if you are not ready to do the work, if you are not ready to be coached, if you're not ready for all that, then this is not for you. But if you are ready to step into your dream life, if you are ready to be done with feeling guilt, overwhelm, and frustration and resentment with the way your life is going as an ambitious mom, then this class is for you. And let's talk about the things that I just did on the IG Live that I feel I must plug in here, because this is going to help you understand. So let me tell you a little bit about me. 5 years ago, I had hit my rock bottom. I was going through a messy divorce. I was going through having health complications. I was going through grief of a family member, and I had hit my rock bottom. If you also don't know, I'm the host of Intentional Queen podcast, Journey to Restoration with Jineen. When all those things happened for me, I hit my rock bottom, and I recognized that I wanted to build my dream life, and the life that I was living was not in alignment with what I felt God wanted for me. And so during that time, I decided to lose 30 pounds and get my thyroid all together. I decided to mind my business and what, like we say, drink our water. I decided to stop people pleasing, because that's what I just talked about on the Instagram Live. If you're wondering which one I'm talking about, go to the one that says get to know me and boundaries. I like to do queen talk. So that'll be that. Make sure, and I'll probably drop that down below because I want you to see it was so good. And where I'm going with that is I wasn't having healthy boundaries. I was a people pleaser. I was a superwoman. What that means is I was doing all the things. I'm a mother as well. And when you have so many things going on, You lose yourself, you neglect yourself, right? You go through struggling with self-worth, you go through not having peace, you go through not having mindfulness, you go to a point that you are just doing the most. And I had hit my rock bottom and I wanted different, right? And so if this is you and you're experiencing these things, then you're in the right place, and you definitely want to be in the Bloom Masterclass 2.0. I talk about my proven signature framework, the Bloom framework, and the first thing in it is believe in yourself. So when we talk about believing in yourself, it is the power of unleashing your confidence, right? People want confidence. I did a survey and the audience has spoke to me and said probably 70% of the women said that they struggle with pushing past fear, moving out of their comfort zones. They struggle with overwhelm, like levels. I did a 0 to 10. Over 50 of them said they were at an 8. They're doing all the things, they're not taking care of themselves. My powerhouse clients have spoken. My past mindset coach clients have spoken. And because of that, I designed, that's why I want to tell you about it, the Unleashing Confidence Playbook. And what this is my top self belief secrets for ambitious moms that want to step beyond comfort zones with confidence and boldness. Because I want you to be confident and boldness as we build in this dream life. And so, what I did is I made a 30-day prompt calendar within this. I'm going to try to see if I can do the Vanna White. Um, we have all types of different things. I go through my whole step. It's probably about 30 pages or so, and I give you prompts every day on how to build your confidence, but we really have to tackle self belief. I go through my top secrets. So if you want that, you want to get that, I'll make sure to leave it down in the show notes so you can go ahead and get that today. It is blessing women. You'll see testimonials from my past clients who are doing big things. But the key thing that this Bloom Masterclass is going to level you up on is we're talking about boosting confidence. We're talking about activating mindfulness, and we're talking about embracing healing and wholeness, because people said, what is wholeness? Wholeness is when you heal up old wounds. It kind of falls into that thing about boundaries. That's why I said if these things are kind to looking at how your life is and you can identify with these things, then this Bloom Masterclass is for you. So I want you to save the date and do that. And I'll make sure that I'll start to have the registration link. But everything you need will be at intentionalqueenjourney.com. And I'm just trying to help people stop being people pleasers. It's just not what we're doing. It's not sexy. In a way, it leads to resentment. In a way, it leads to guilt and overwhelm. And when we're trying to alleviate those things and we're trying to boost our confidence and we're trying to unleash all that and we're trying to have positive, sexy talk and we're done with being frustrated and we want our skin glowing and we want to be smiling and we want to show up as our best self, then these are the things that you have to do. So if any of this sounds like you, then you definitely want to do that. And I'm also going to plug, because I believe that you should have a word of the year. And my word of the year is balance. So I'm really pushing that on the podcast. So you can make sure that you can listen to that wherever you stream your podcast apps. I'm on YouTube at Intentional Queen Journey, TikTok, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere you go, you will find me at Intentional Queen Journey. But the podcast is called Intentional Queen Podcast. And I'm giving you my tips. So if these are things that you see and you identify with yourself, then I want to see you September 22nd. I want you to register. I want you to show up with your notebook. I want you to be ready. You already got people giving me testimonials who came that said, Neen, it needs to happen again. So I need it to be you. Okay. And so I want you to level up your intentional queen to a better you. Make sure you follow, subscribe wherever you get any of this good tea I'm giving you. And I'll see you on the flip side. Okay. Bye bye.